Introduction. It's pernicious. It's diabolical. It creeps into every moment in our lives. We've been told about its evils since we were children. It influences our relationships, impacts our physical body, works its way into our conversations, sparks non-nourishing behaviors, forces us to do things we'd never want to do. It's infectious. It's contagious. It's relentless. It's stress. We know it. We all have it. We all experience it. It's the human condition, especially when you learn its simple definition. Stress is how we respond when our needs are not met. Human beings experience this phenomena 8 to 15 times a day. And assuming our typical 8 hours of sleep, that's an unmet need every 1 to 2 hours. But it's what we do with it. It's how we respond to our unmet needs, what we think, the words we speak, and how we react to each other and our unmet needs that determines the fabric of our life. Stress is universal because our needs are universal. Yet the individual way each of us responds to having our needs met and how we respond when they aren't met becomes this unique mosaic we call our reality. As we sway relentlessly between the realms of our met and unmet needs, the world swirls around us, and in critical moments when we crave clarity, the spontaneous right thought, word, or action, when we wish it could just slow down a bit so that we could make the best, most conscious choice for ourselves and everyone around us, boom. Instead, we find ourselves swept up in a tsunami of thoughts, fears, confusion, overwhelm, regrettable behaviors, knee-jerk emotions, and conditioned reactions. Hormones and chemicals surge through our body, constricting our blood vessels, shallowing our breathing, thickening our blood, heightening our sugar levels, and suppressing our immune system. But wait, the most recent scientific research now points to the fact that stress is not necessarily bad for us. It may even add value to our lives. Stress has now been proven to enhance performance by focusing us and pushing us forward in the direction of our goals. And with this stress-driven motivation comes increased productivity and greater satisfaction. Severe stress, such as in the aftermath of a trauma, has even been credited with birthing many of our aha moments, reinforcing our relationships, and elevating our journey of personal development. It's even been confirmed that stress has restorative properties that can increase health and rejuvenate cells after the initial ordeal. But the long-term implications of stress are all based on our perceptions of it. Under the guidance of Dr. Richard J. Davidson, researchers at the University of Wisconsin in Madison performed an 8-year study on perception of stress and its impact on mortality. More than 25,000 participants were asked to rate their stress levels over the past year and rank how much they believe this stress influenced their health. Over the next 8 years, public records were used to record the death of any subjects. The test subjects who, 1, self-reported high levels of stress, and 2, believed stress had a large impact on their health, had a 43% increased risk of death. However, the test subjects who self-reported a lot of stress but did not interpret its effects as negative had the fewest deaths over the 8 years. The main reason most people suffer with stress is because they don't have the right tools to address it. It's the reason I twisted for more than 20 years in the corporate world, struggling with restless sleep, living without balance, feeling overwhelmed, and searching for deeper fulfillment that rarely seemed to come, and was fleeting when it did. I didn't know what the tools were, nor did I have the manual on how to use them. I didn't even know there were tools. But right now, you're way ahead of where I was. And I've spent the past 14 years compiling the research and studying the wisdom needed to live a destressified life. There are 5 keys to living a destressifying life. 1, mastering your awareness. 2, mastering your needs. 3, mastering your emotions. 4, mastering your communication. And 5, mastering your purpose. in life. You've already taken the most important step by joining me on this journey, and in these pages we will walk together through each of the masteries until they are embedded within. Once these life tools are part of your thoughts, they will become your internal dialogue. And as they entrench themselves into every fiber of your being, they will become your outer dialogue, the way you express yourself with your words and actions. Your perspective on your entire existence will shift. You will become destressified effortlessly. Destressifying transcends the conversation about whether stress is good or bad for you by transporting you to a new and empowered state of consciousness that places you back in control of your emotions, your perception of the world around you, and your interpretation of a stressful moment. Stress is always in the eyes of the beholder, and by adopting a destressifying game plan for life, everything changes. From the very seeds of thought that trickle into your awareness, to the chemical and hormonal impulses that drive your emotions, to the steps you take with your words and actions. A clarification on destressifying. I realize that you may be wondering why the word destressifying is always in lowercase. Destressifying has no capital letters because it is a graceful and easy present moment process. It requires no announcement that it is unfolding. It seamlessly flows into your every word, thought, and action. When we discuss the process, it will look like this: destressifying. When I am referring to the word itself or to the book you are reading right now, it will look like this: destressifying in italics. The blueprint for our journey. I've divided our journey together into 3 sections so that you can easily access the content and continue to use this book as a real-life owner's manual. Part 1 will teach you everything you ever wanted to know about stress, how it presents itself, the science behind it, and the biological and emotional reactions we have to it, while laying the foundation to a life that transcends stress. Part 2 is the essence of destressifying, where you will actually experience mastery in the core areas of your life: your awareness, your needs, your emotions, your communication, and your purpose. 1. First, I will teach you to master your awareness through the power of accessing the present moment. If you're new to meditation or have never meditated, do not be afraid. I have taught the toughest of the tough and the meekest of the meek to weave this easy tool into their lives. Having the skill to drift into stillness and silence when all else around you is loud and kinetic is a profound ability, and I will show you how to master it so the other benefits of destressifying can have a bigger impact in your life. We'll do it in very small doses, and incrementally, your practice will evolve. But that's just one piece of the process. The full practice of destressifying takes you deeper into other core aspects of your being. 2. So after you've mastered awareness, you will learn to understand your needs at the deepest level and the motivations behind them. You'll learn to master your needs by looking at your life through the lens of the 5 realms, a powerful tool to help you let go of what doesn't serve you and to bring deeper fulfillment into the physical, emotional, material, relationship, and spiritual aspects of your being. 3. Next, you will learn how to master your emotions as you cultivate your emotional awareness, heighten your emotional intelligence, and start to shift the way you respond to the world around you. This process alone will transform every interaction, collaboration, transaction, and communication you have from this moment forward. 4. And to enhance these exchanges between you and others, will embed the critical practice of conscious communication into your vocabulary, and you'll start to master your communication. You'll actually begin to listen more, express yourself more clearly, increase the likelihood of your needs being fulfilled, and interact with others at a higher level. And 5, you will also learn to use daily tools to help you master your purpose in life as we uncover answers to the age-old questions Who am I? And why am I here? Upon finishing part 2, you will be comfortable using your tools, and you will have crafted your blueprint for living a distressifying life. Lastly, part 3 is designed to help you keep the practice alive in your everyday life, at home, at work, when you travel, and in any given stressful circumstance. Filled with more in-the-moment stress busters and guidance on how to keep destressifying flowing in your life on a daily basis, you will settle into destressifying as a proactive lifestyle. Expanding beyond and blossoming from part 3, I've also created an online portal exclusively for readers of Destressifying that will allow you to continue destressifying with me in a real-time, interactive, on-demand format. This resource is filled with updated videos, more powerful stress-busting meditations, a bonus chapter on using your 5 senses to destressify, and the newest scientific research on stress. I invite you to journey with me on a regular basis and reinforce the practice in those moments when stress feels threatening rather than challenging. Embracing the stress paradox. Remember, stress can help us focus, take action, identify our needs that are not being met, enhance our performance, improve our memory, and manage a crisis more effectively. Stress can also push us over the deep end, filling us with anxiety, sadness, and overwhelm, testing our relationships, constricting our emotions, distracting us, and confusing us. This is called the stress paradox. We now know that the same biological response that prepares us for battle when we sense a threat can have positive consequences, in addition to the obvious negative physiological and health-related effects. According to the 2012 research paper, Rethinking Stress, the Role of Mindsets in Determining the Stress Response, by Aaliyah J. Crum and Peter Salovey of Yale University and Sean Akor of GoodThink, the experience of stress elicits anabolic hormones that rebuild cells, synthesize proteins, and enhance immunity, leaving the body stronger and healthier than it was prior to the stressful experience. This continuing game-changing research is taking us into uncharted territory regarding our perception of stress and sparking an entirely new dialogue regarding the paradoxical, sometimes counterintuitive, impact it has on our lives. In fact, new terminology is taking shape as stress-related growth is now being referred to in some scientific circles as post-traumatic growth, PTG. Science is now finding that weathering the storm of extreme stress can cultivate our inner resilience, what doesn't kill us, making us mentally stronger after the fact and leading us to forge deeper relationships as we recover and connect with others. In the aftermath, we see the world with new eyes. We're empowered and brought to a place of deeper understanding of gratitude and purpose. This doesn't mean that stress is all good or that it doesn't damage, debilitate, and wound us, but it suggests instead that there's a fine line of interpretation during and after the stressful moment where we actually get to choose whether stress is harming us or helping us. This foundational paradox is why the process of destressifying makes so much sense. It's a mindset, a lifestyle, not simply arresting stress in the moment, but proactively shifting the way you receive, interpret, and respond to life by cultivating a deeper awareness of it and yourself. Ultimately, destressifying means learning to be your best and express yourself at your highest level in every situation. So whether stress is good or bad matters less than what you do with the moment when stress appears and what you do with your life from this moment forward. So are you ready to destressify? Are you ready to allow the best version of you to shine forth? Right now, in this moment, I invite you to join me on this death-defying, destressifying journey. Are you in? Then let's get busy.